Welcome back to my channel. Teresa Love here. Thank you so much for clicking. It means so much. If you could like this video, that would really help out my channel, and if you could subscribe, I would love you to join the family. I'm at 203 subscribers. Book Roast on YouTube created this Wizarding Careers Harry Potter readathon, and this was my first time participating in a readathon, and I have so much to say about this readathon. So for my wizarding career, I picked Librarian. For the Owls readathon, I read all 5 books, and I'm very excited about that and proud of myself that I became a librarian and I finished all of my owl exams. So I completed 5 owls: Ancient Runes, Arithmancy, Defense Against Dark Arts, History of Magic, and Transfiguration. For Ancient Runes, I read As Old as Time, A Twisted Tale by Liz Braswell. This story is the classic fairy tale of Beauty and the Beast, but it's all twisted around. So on the front it says, "What if Belle's mother cursed the beast?" I loved this book. I gave it a 5 stars. The storyline was just twisted enough for it to be intriguing and dramatic, but still easy to understand. I loved all the information we got on each character. It just really made you understand the mindset of why the character did what they did, and you don't get that in the original Beauty and the Beast. And so I definitely loved this book, and I want to read more of her other twisted tales. Then for History of Magic, I read Dreamland by Sarah Dessen. I also gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. I've never read a book by her, and I fell in love with the writing style and the story. Dreamland is about a girl named Caitlin who meets a guy named Rogerson, and all this drama and crazy stuff happens. It was such a good book. And I was reading and something happened, and I was like so surprised but so intrigued at the same time, and I was really able to understand the character, and a lot of times I was yelling at the character or yelling at people in the book, and it was a very fun but emotional read, and I definitely want to read more of her books. Next, for Arithmancy, I picked House of Night Untamed. This is book 4 in the series by PC Cast and Kristin Cast. I also gave this a 5 out of 5 stars, Untamed. We follow Zoe Redbird and her friends at the House of Night, and she is a vampire, and there's so much between her elemental powers and just so much stuff that happens that these books are so good. I love House of Night. I seriously love these books. Next, for Transfiguration, I picked Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead. I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. I felt very excited for the story in the beginning, and then I just felt like it didn't grab me like House of Night. House of Night is a Vampire Academy, and this is a Vampire Academy. And I felt like there was just so much more intriguing and suspense in House of Night. So I wasn't really a huge fan of this, and I was so surprised because I heard so many people loved these. But part of it, I think, was that I read it during the readathon, and the readathon was... I'll tell you about how I feel after I finish these books. I'll tell you about what I thought of the readathon part. Then for Defense Against the Dark Arts, I read Rebel Angels by Libba, Bray. This is book 2 in the Gemma Doyle trilogy, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. This is about Gemma Doyle, who is in a finishing school in London, and the supernatural is all twisted into it. And it's a great story. It's a great story, and it was definitely, and I listened to it, some of it on audio, which helped because there were like voices and stuff, so I was able to understand. I think I still want to read the 3rd book in the trilogy, but I'm not like so excited for it. So I was very excited to do this readathon, And in the beginning, I was like, okay, I'm gonna read 5 books, I'm gonna spread it out in the month, and I had a plan and a schedule. And so I started the first book, and I think I finished it in like 5 days or whatever. The next book was like 3 days, and I was like, okay, cool, this is going good. I'm like 10 days in or whatever. And it was going good, and I was just like, you know, calmly reading, you know, la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then I realized, I looked at my watch and my date, and I was like, I only have a week and a half left, and I still have to read 2 books. And they're not small books like graphic novels or series of fortune events. No, they're like 350 pages or 400 and something pages. And I started to freak out. I was like stressing and worrying. I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to them audio, and I'm gonna listen to them pretty fast. And I was like trying to listen to them like 1.5, and I understood it, but I was listening to it really fast. And I didn't know if when I tried Vampire Academy, if I didn't like it because I was like stressing and worrying about it, where if I would have read it calmer, if I would have been like, oh, it was a great story, you know. But same with Rebel Angels, I was like really into it, but I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to finish, but I wanna finish before the 30th. That was my plan. I finished on the 30th. That's how I feel about readathons. I think they're really fun, and it's great to get books off of your TBR. But for me, it was quite stressful, and I'm not sure if I'll be participating in very many of these. I just like not having a TBR in the month and just reading whatever books I want and however many I get done. And then at the end, I'm like, oh, I read these books this month. That's just kind of how I like to handle it. August is the Newts exams, and that is Ancient Runes, Defense Against Dark Arts, and History of Magic. So that's just 3 more books. So I'll probably be doing that in August. I hope you finished all of your OWL exams, and I hope it wasn't too stressful for you, but you also still had a fun, magical time. I love making these videos, and I hope to make more of them. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye! Wow.